Good morning, students. Today we'll do the second chapter of organic, that is alcohol, phenol and ether. So all are different compounds. So when we study, we'll study one by one. First time we'll study about the alcohols. When you study alcohol, you should know about the nomenclature of alcohol, about the classification, about the methods of preparation, how to prepare the alcohol, and about their physical and chemical properties. I mean, what type of reactions shown by alcohol, that you have to know. So first time we'll do alcohol. After finishing alcohol, we'll move to phenol, then we'll move to ether. So what are alcohol? You know, alcohol contain what functional group? Alcohol contain OH functional group. I mean, the organic compound which contain OH group, that type of compounds are said to be alcohol. Now, when some alkyl group, you know, alkyl group is represented by R, for example, methyl group, ethyl group, propyl group. When some alkyl group is combined with the OH group, then that compound is said to be an alcohol. And that is why the general formula of alcohol is ROH, or you can write like this way also, CnH twice n plus 1 OH. CnH twice n plus 1 means this is the formula of R group. For example, CH3, C2H5. So these are the general formula of alcohol. That is why when I write the reaction, then I'll use general formula only. I'll write R. So you should know about the general formula. So if you want to write the definition what are alcohol, when some alkyl group is attached with the OH group, then the compound is said to be alcohol, and the general formula of alcohol is ROH. Now about the classification. How will you classify the alcohols? Normally, alcohols can be classified as monohydric alcohol, dihydric alcohol, trihydric alcohol, polyhydric alcohol. Like this, these alcohols are classified depending on their number of OH group. Some alcohol contain only one OH group. That type of alcohol are said to be monohydric alcohol. Some alcohol contain two OH group, then it is said to be dihydric alcohol. Some alcohol contain three OH group, that is called trihydric alcohol, and more than 3 OH group if present, then it is commonly called polyhydric alcohol. So alcohols are classified as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric, polyhydric, depending on the number of OH group present in the alcohol. So now I will give you some example. For example, this is one of the alcohol, CH3OH. This alcohol, this is OH group. OH group containing compounds are called alcohol. Since the compound contain only one OH group, that's why this is one example of monohydric alcohol. This is called monohydric alcohol. This is one alcohol which contain two OH group. This type of alcohols are called dihydric alcohol. Dihydric alcohol, because it contains two OH group. So like this way you can classify. This is one of the alcohol which contain three OH group, like this. This type of alcohols are called trihydric alcohol. And as I have told you, more than 3, it is called polyhydric. Example, I'll give you one. So this is one example of alcohol which contain 6 OH group. This CHOH whole 4 means CHOH, then again CHOH, 4 CHOH present. So in short form I have written. So here total number of OH is 6. So that's why this is one example of hexahydric alcohol, and which is commonly called polyhydric alcohol. So like this way you can classify the alcohol as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric, polyhydric based on number of OH group. Now this alcohol is called methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. This alcohol is called ethylene glycol. These are actually common name, not the IUPAC name. This trihydric alcohol name is called glycerol, and this polyhydric alcohol is called sorbitol. Sorbitol. So these are the common names I have given, because in exam maybe some question asks like this, give one example of hexahydric alcohol, then you can write this sorbitol example. So I'll give you the nomenclature how to write the name. So these are common name actually. So this is the classification of alcohols. Again, this monohydric alcohol again you can classify into three types. I mean monohydric. For example, this is one of the alcohol, only one OH present, so monohydric. This is one example of alcohol, it also contains one OH. And this is one of example of alcohol which also contain one OH group. So all are monohydric, but their characters are different, their natures are different. What is the difference? Here OH containing carbon is this one, here OH containing carbon is this one, and here the alcohol group containing carbon is this one. Now see the nature of carbon. This carbon is bonded with one carbon, that's why this carbon is called primary carbon. This carbon is bonded with another two carbon, that's why this carbon is called secondary carbon. And here this carbon is bonded with another three carbon, that's why this carbon is called tertiary carbon, you know it. If the OH group is joined with primary carbon, then that alcohol is called primary alcohol. Primary also represented by 1 degree. Here alcohol group is joined with secondary carbon, that is why this is one example of secondary alcohol. Secondary is represented by 2 degree. And here OH is joined with a tertiary carbon, that's why this is one example of tertiary alcohol. Tertiary is represented by 3 degree. So these are the classification of alcohol. Mainly alcohol classified as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric, polyhydric, depending on their OH group, how many OH group present. And monohydric alcohol again you can classify into three types, maybe primary, maybe secondary, maybe tertiary, based on the carbon, based on the OH containing carbon, whether it is primary, secondary or tertiary. If the alcohol group containing carbon is primary, alcohol is called primary alcohol. If the alcohol group containing carbon is secondary, alcohol secondary. And if the OH containing carbon is tertiary, then it is said to be tertiary alcohol. So this is about the classification of alcohol. Now we will move to nomenclature, how to write the name of alcohols. So to write the name, nomenclature, formula, then I will write common name, then I will write IUPAC name. Formula, common name, IUPAC name. There are some alcohol whose common names are important, that's why I give you the common name also. Mainly IUPAC names are important, but in some compounds you have to know about the common names also, because in exam common names are used in question paper, that's why you should know some common names also. Those compounds whose common names are important, that I'll give you. So in the next video I'll give you about this nomenclature. Thank you.